Imagine holding a coin that could instantly capture the attention of collectors worldwide. In a recent auction, a 2020 P. Jefferson 5-cent nickel error sold for a staggering $179,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $179,000 for a coin minted just a few years ago. Now, before your excitement runs away with you, let's pause and unpack exactly what makes this coin so remarkable and why 2020 was such an interesting year for U.S. coinage. The year 2020 was already historic in many ways, and it was no different in the numismatic world. While most people remember global events, collectors noticed that the U.S. Mint continued to innovate and sometimes produce coins that would later become the center of high-value auctions. From Jefferson nickels to pennies, quarters, and even commemorative issues, 2020 offered something for nearly every collector. But the 2020 P. Jefferson nickel stands out not just because of its design, but because of the rare errors that can occur during production. Let's talk about the nickel itself. The Jefferson 5-cent nickel has been a staple in U.S. currency for decades, but each year brings subtle changes in minting, particularly in finishes, strike quality, and mint marks. In 2020, the P mint mark, representing Philadelphia, was particularly noteworthy because of a few rare errors collectors have identified. And yes, errors are where serious value often lies, but only when authenticated and properly graded. Now, many of you might wonder, why are we seeing such astronomical auction results for a modern coin? It's a combination of scarcity, error type, condition, and collector demand. Coins like the 2020 P. Jefferson nickel can show doubling, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws, small details that dramatically increase desirability. Even among errors, the ones in pristine, uncirculated condition are the most sought after. For example, at other auctions, similar coins have sold in a wide range from $26,000 to $210,000, depending on the severity and rarity of the error, the mint mark, and the coin's grade. And these prices aren't guarantees. They're snapshots of collector interest at that time. It's crucial to understand that not all 2020 P. Jefferson nickels are worth thousands of dollars. Most are circulating coins, and their value is just face value, sometimes slightly higher if in exceptional condition. One of the most common mistakes collectors make is cleaning coins in an attempt to improve their appearance. Let me emphasize this clearly: do not clean coins. Scrubbing or polishing can destroy the original finish and immediately devalue what could otherwise be a significant collectible. In fact, many coins that appear ordinary to the untrained eye can hold incredible value precisely because they remain untouched and in original condition. Let's briefly explore the variety of 2020 U.S. coins that collectors track. The Jefferson nickel wasn't alone. Pennies, dimes, quarters, and even special mint sets from 2020 have captured attention. Mint marks like P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and W for West Point all play a role in determining scarcity. For instance, a 2020 W nickel issued in a limited collector set might have never entered general circulation, making it rarer than a P or D mint strike. Errors can occur at any mint, but high-demand varieties often emerge from the more prolific production mints simply because the volume increases the chance of something unusual slipping through. You might be wondering what specific errors collectors are chasing in 2020 nickels. There are subtle misstrikes, die clashes, doubled dies, and even variations in planchet composition. Each type of error has its own collector base. When a coin lands on the market in top condition, auction houses notice, and collectors bid aggressively. This explains why you might see similar coins in excellent condition fetch anywhere from $26,000 to $210,000. It's all about the combination of condition, rarity, and the excitement of discovering an error that's both visually striking and historically significant. Let's not forget about the importance of grading. Professional grading services examine coins for authenticity, condition, and error types. A coin that might seem ordinary at first glance can become extraordinary when professionally authenticated. Imagine a coin coming back from grading with a perfect 70 out of 70. Suddenly, collectors have tangible proof of its rarity and are willing to pay premium prices. That's how a 2020p Jefferson nickel reached the $179,000 mark at auction, commanding attention from numismatists and investors alike. At this point, you might ask, how do I know if my coins are worth checking? The first step is careful observation. Look for any unusual doubling of letters or numbers, off-center strikes, or anomalies in the finish. Compare your coin to high-quality images of verified examples online or through trusted numismatic guides. But here's the critical part: always consult professionals before selling. Many inexperienced sellers undervalue coins because they aren't aware of their unique attributes. And remember, even if a coin doesn't match the rarest examples, condition still matters. A well-preserved, uncirculated 2020 nickel can still command hundreds, or even thousands, depending on demand. Another interesting note about 2020 coins is their historical context. These coins were minted during a global pandemic, and production schedules were affected. The Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and others had to navigate unprecedented challenges, which sometimes resulted in slight variations in strike quality and finish. In some ways, this adds an extra layer of historical appeal. Collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a piece of 2020 history. And when a coin has a rare error, it becomes a tangible reminder of a year unlike any other. Now, let's talk strategy for collectors who may be entering the market for modern errors. Patience and research are key. Not every coin will achieve $179,000, or even $26,000, but studying mintages, known error types, and auction results will improve your chances of spotting valuable pieces. Always handle coins by the edges, avoid cleaning them, and store them in protective holders. A single scratch or fingerprint can mean the difference between an average coin and one that attracts serious bidders. Before we wrap up, here's a final reminder. The 2020p Jefferson nickel example that sold for $179,000 is extraordinary, but similar coins have achieved prices ranging from $26,000 to $210,000 at various auctions. These are examples of what collectors are willing to pay for coins in exceptional condition, but they are not guarantees. The key takeaway is that careful observation, proper handling, and consulting with experts can uncover hidden value in coins that might otherwise be overlooked. So next time you're sorting through your change or reviewing a recent acquisition, take a moment to look closely. A coin that seems ordinary could hide a story, an error, or a historical quirk that elevates it to something extraordinary. And perhaps, just perhaps, it could be worth thousands, or even the kind of eye-popping sum that leaves collectors talking for years. Remember, one well-preserved 2020p Jefferson nickel at auction could remind us why vigilance, patience, and a trained eye are always rewarded in the world of numismatics.